Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn from Florals.com and today I have a new and updated craft room share tour. Now I will say I don't have a full room. I really underappreciated it when I had one growing up. But now that I'm in my tiny apartment, I like to change things up every once in a while. So if you've seen my last one, you'll know that usually I have my desk in front of my windows, and we've changed that up to now have my desk against the wall. And if you haven't been here before, my craft room is in my living room, so my entertainment center here and couch and stuff are off to the right. So this is right off my main living room area, and it's important that it looks nice and tidy for the most part, but as crafters, we know that isn't always the case. So I wanted to do a quick overview with you here, and if there's anything you're looking for that might be linked that would be helpful, I'll try to leave it down in the description box below. For the most part, my furniture is from IKEA, my desk chair is from Amazon, and then I'll point out things as we go along in case you have additional questions. So as you can tell, I do have a lot of stuff. Because I've been scrapbooking for well over 10 years, I do have quite the accumulation. Now, if you're looking for more videos, more of my insight, my process, my thoughts, I have those over on Patreon, including behind the scenes on getting this all set up. I also have videos about purging my supplies over there, so if you're interested, definitely check it out over there. I'll have them linked down below. But here's a quick pan overview of everything in here. Now, it's not perfect. It'll never be perfect. As we all know, we're always striving for better and for more. But here's a quick overview of everything over here. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And if you're just looking for some inspiration on how to set everything up, you could end the video now if you really wanted, but if you want the details of what's in each of these bins and more, stick around and you'll find out. We're going to start on the left-hand side of my desk, and up here is relatively new. I used to actually keep my 12 by 12 paper stacks up on top of this shelf, and I've since moved them to the floor again because it's a lot easier to access. My little vintage typewriter, resin, flowers. We've got some beautiful decorations up here, some more pens and pencils, a new journal I have, and then a card I've made. I love displaying things I've made. I think it brings more inspiration to me, and eventually I'll mail this one out and a new one will be placed here, which is really fun. So these IKEA Kallax units I've had for quite some time now. I recently upgraded last year to get more of these bins. My cats do love them. So this was decoration from Poppy specifically, if you guys have seen my videos featuring my cats before. But in this one is actually projects I have started. So I have the Disney Cruise Line album that I've started back here, cross stitch back here, and then some card projects down here that I have started and have not finished yet, and some card blanks. It just really helps to have it that way. And it's just nice and easy to have all of those kind of somewhere for them to live while they're still in progress. To the left of that cube, we have the die cutting and embossing cube. So my little Cuttlebug, it's been around here a long time and it's still doing a great job. We've got different dies and embossing folders back there. This is my die book. I keep a lot of them in page protectors and just flip through there pretty easily. Here's another card kit that I made. It is in jail from the Cuttlebug right now, but it holds different card supplies I have prepped and ready, colored images, etc., ready to go. The next shelf here has binders, and this is how I store my die cuts. I featured this in videos before, but if you have not seen, I use magnetic photo album sheets to hold die cuts. This one's by color for all my random miscellaneous die cuts, but my other one is by collection, just to keep it simple for myself until the collection dwindles and I can move it to the color one. This is my sketchbook, so where I keep all of my sketches. If you're interested in sketches by me, I do have some over on my Patreon. These ones are from other creators as well, which is really nice. I love the free sketches you can find out there, and they'll be in here for safekeeping. Next up, I have some of these cardboard magazine holders, also from IKEA. This is my Nina Solar white cardstock on the left. Stamping and coloring works well on those. And then my traditional cardstock over here. So we've got craft black, tan, and white. And again, just some cardboard magazine holders from IKEA, which I'm sure have a different name than cardboard magazine holders, but I'll be sure to link them down below. Next up is a very, very heavy bin. And this bin contains all of my mixed media projects, like these books I picked up, and wooden stamps and foam stamps. So it's not the best, most organized way to have it, but if I'm going to do mixed media, I'm going to dive into this bin. So watercolors and shimmers are in here. My sprays are in a container down there. The wood stamps are kind of turned into a free-for-all, but that's because I've been stamping lately. That's what happens. We've got gesso. We've got different mediums down here. Some Heidi Swap ones, texture combs, and again, some vintage book projects that I'm still working through. But that lives here. And that's not all of my wood stamps. That's just some of them. But those are the ones I'm more likely to use. My other ones are more of like a collector's thing, not as much of this. So then we have down here, this is another heavy bin. This is all my coloring supplies. So all of my alcohol markers, all my water-based markers, and my paintbrushes, etc. go in here. We also have some colored pens and stuff. So anything that's really coloring related goes in this bin. Next up, another heavy bin. They're kind of all heavy over here, which is to no surprise, is my punches bin. Now here I also have some other tools like my X-Acto knife, my heat guns in here, my embossing powders in here, my other cutters, my Xyron sticker maker, some fun foam, all the fun things. It is very heavy though. Then way down here at the bottom, we have a couple different things. In this one over here, we have like completed layouts and page protectors. So these are all ones that need to be filed away. Some have dates, some don't. Sometimes I forget the date and forget to write it on the page. So with that kind of suffering, it must go in here before it gets sorted out. Then next to my trash can here, if I scoot it out of the way, I've got this lovely bin, which might be helpful to go watch the other video on Patreon. But essentially, I have every trip marked down here and the memorabilia that goes with it. With cruising especially, you get a lot of papers that you might want to scrapbook. You get pamphlets, you get flyers. Like this is just a random year one, not a trip. But my Halloween Horror Nights tag map, I haven't done anything with it yet. And then I've got some more photo storage back there. So that completes our first IKEA unit. The Kallax is a wonderful unit. It can hold 12 by 12 albums, which is really nice to know that they can serve another purpose if I were to get rid of more supplies. Now, coming over to my Raskog, off-brand Raskog cart, I have all of my other embellishments up here in the top. All of my stickers, 3D stickers, puffy stickers, chipboard stickers, you name it. It should be up here for the most part. They're generally organized by size and type, not by anything else. So collections are mixed together and stuff. I have some dividers in here. Here's, you can see, like this one's a metal one. I have an acrylic one back here somewhere. There's the back of it. Hard to see, I know, but just finding things that'll help you section them off really helps keep all of the products standing upright, easy to flip through. So like puffy stickers by size are up here. And then I've got 3D, Pink Fresh, die cuts, more puffy, some die cuts, a lot of Tuesday morning die cuts, and then chipboard, foam, the 3D kind of stuff in the back there. I also keep some doilies up here, some smaller stickers, etc. The second shelf is full of all of my sticker books that'll fit. Sometimes I have to shove them into other places because I do have too many. Then I have tags in this bin. You guys might remember I used to have a rotating item from Harbor Freight. Everybody had that rotator. It didn't end up working out. I gave it to my cousin to use. We've got my tiny letter stickers. I just don't want to lose these. They're kind of like a mini sticker book, so I think it works out. Then we've got all of my sequins over here. My Spiegel Mom scraps, of course. I've got these ones my friend gifted me, just some random colors. And then turn it around so you can really see. I got these storage wood bins from Target one year, and this one holds all of my little pieces, my little dots, my enamel dots, and the sparkle dots. I got mini pom-poms in here, the fun stuff, and some more of the mini sticker books from Tim Holtz. Trying to use up the ones I have up here. Then at the bottom is all of my alphabets. So it starts off with flat stickers and puffy stickers, the smaller kinds, and then in the back it moves to all sorts of thickers and styles. And these used to be organized by color, but that quickly went out the window. As we all know, organizing only works for so long. But let's move over to the desk next. So here's another angle to view my desk from. It's never fully clean, but this desk is actually not a desk, it's a kitchen table from IKEA. I shall link it down below if they still make this model. My only problem with it is it's a little bit rickety if you have to apply a lot of force. You might find it's a little bit unstable if you're applying a lot of force in like ink blending or doing a rub-on onto your page or something like that. You may encounter some issues, but other than that, it's been great over the years. I have my Fiskars cutting mat. If you want a large cutting mat, definitely look in the quilting and sewing aisles. They definitely have some larger varieties there. I have several bins on my desk. Some of these are from Michaels, some of them are just from Target, places like that, to organize my different odds and ends that need to be sorted and gone through. I have a big old stack of photos, of course, always waiting to be scrapbooked. Then I have some Totally Tiffany products up here to organize. Got my ATG gun. I've got all sorts of stuff. I've got my favorite StazOns are over here. I've got my little roller stamps. Does anybody still use corner rounders anymore? I like mine anyhow. Washi tear. We've got my block, some adhesive, scraper, of course. This is like all of the LE Studio die cuts I have. Some other ones mixed in there too, like Pretty Little Studio. Then I have this makeup brush holder here. This can hold a lot of different tools very easily, which I really like. My little adhesive, my scissors, some pens and pencils. Just fun to have. And then here is where I store a lot of things I might need, like my water mister, ink blending tool, Nuvo adhesive, all of the journaling markers, bone folder, T-square rulers up here, of course. Then I keep some important stuff in the middle, like the new stuff I just hauled. If you haven't seen that video, check it out on my channel. I keep one of my favorite stamp blocks, my Made by stamp, and then my Memento ink. Of course, we have Post-it notes nearby. Those were also in the haul video. My Lawn Fawn stamp, Chamois Seen Better Days, a red stamp, well, a red ink had gotten to it, so we'll have to see how long she lasts. These are the bins from Target. They went viral a while ago, but I do have those. I like that they stack nicely for all of the odds and ends I need to go through and use and put away. Look at how much stuff is in there. Nothing's perfect, and that's okay. My light and tripod are from Newer. I really like the tripod a lot. It helps with overhead filming if you're using a video camera like I do versus a phone, but I'm sure you can also do a phone mount if you wanted. We've got some really, really old Target dollar spot organizers. These hold my washi tape in no rhyme or reason order at the moment because I recently switched what they were in. We've got a cup holder, or a coaster rather, for any drink I might have. Then we've got my metal spellbinders thing. I always keep my piercing tool on it because I always lose this little guy. And then it also is great for holding your stickers, apparently, because they're still there. I also wanted to call out that I do have 2 items hanging up. These are magnetic frames, which are really nice for different size projects. They work perfect for 12 by 12 because I got the 12-inch sized ones, but you can also get smaller and larger ones for whatever you may be hanging up on your walls. But it's nice that I can switch those out really easily for whatever different layout I'd like to display next. So that is an overview of the desk. My desk chair is from Amazon. I'll try to find that below. I also have one of these holsters. I've had it for a long time. It just kind of clings onto your desk. It's meant for a glue gun, I believe, but I use it for odds and ends so I don't lose them. And I will still forget that they're there, but it's nice to mention that that kind of thing still exists. Next up, we'll move on to the second IKEA Kallax unit. As mentioned, here is the second Kallax unit. We'll start at the top and go towards the bottom. We have my current kit that I'm working with, which is my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit. Did have a kit share on that a little while ago as well. Over here are some additional kits. One of these might be my next kit, so keep tuned for that. It might be this bright guy down here. Does anybody else remember Three Birds? I do. I've also got some hoops up here, embroidery hoops, and then I've also got some magazines and some odds and ends, like the needles I cannot lose again, because I need to prepare some more of my clothes. Down here on the first shelf, 12 by 12 paper. Look at all of this marvelousness. If you have not seen how I store my 12 by 12 paper pads, I use a normal system in which they're upside down, and then inside will be an 8.5 by 11 page protector to hold all of the scraps. So everything stays with itself. They're not organized in any mean whatsoever. They're just all upside down, so I can easily keep the scraps all together. Next to that, I do keep my watercolor paper. This one also has a scraps container, so I can easily gather them in this 8.5 by 11 and use them as needed. I also have some mixed media paper in there, some fun stuff. Over here, this one's not changed. I actually didn't even move this unit at all, so everything's still back there. I have a lot of storage in the back of this, like extra foam sheets, extra adhesives, refills and stuff. All of these labels are practically wrong. I just don't own a label maker anymore, but some of them are right. So we have some wood veneer hearts, some wood veneer stars, the words, that's correct. Boy is not correct. I don't know what that meant. I've had this since I was a kid, so a lot of these were from whatever metal meant back then. It is now nature themed with acorns and mushrooms and leaves. We were close. We still got brads. I believe one of these has eyelets, because you always need some eyelets when you're working on some random stuff. We've got rubber charms. We've got thin washi tape. This is going to get a little bit too jangled up in the regular washi tape, so I keep it by itself. This one said food. It is not food. And we've even got paper flowers up here. So quite the variety of little bits and bobs, but that's where they all live. Next shelf is a catastrophe and a half. We have all of my stamps. There are 3 fridge bins. I got mine at Home Goods, as the label clearly says. This pile is all ones I kept finding in random places or that are new that need to be filed away. Like I said, there's 3 bins. There's another one way back there for oversized stamps, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do because I have to find somewhere to put all of these. But hopefully some more stamping videos coming soon. If you're interested, please let me know in the comments down below. I did do a stickering system. You might be wondering what these dots are. Green would mean I've used them a lot already. They've been well loved. Orange means I've used them a little bit, but not a lot. And pink means they're new and I need to use them ASAP because I want to use my stamps. I don't really update that anymore, but I do use sleeves. So these are the normal Avery L sleeves. A lot of people make them now, but it's just easier to get the stamp in and out when it's not inside its package. And these are organized by some themes. So all the birthday stamps are together, all of the cat stamps are together, etc. So kind of helps keep some semblance of organization, even if I don't have any myself. Next one over here is kind of a catch-all as well, but it is a little bit more reorganized than last time. On the right side, I keep a ton of stencils. They're just all over there. I have a couple that are newer, so they're up here. New stamp chamois, might have to replace my old one. And then I have other stamp blocks, some tulle. I need to find somewhere else for that. The spray box I have, and then another stamping majig. My other one's already in a project, so it's in the project bin. Here's all my mini inks. I do have a small section of samplers. I do believe this needs to be updated, but I did create a swatch book for that. Other inks and blending tools. So these are all my big inks. VersaFine's up there, but I have a mini version that stays on my desk. Most of these are neutrals, but I do have like a couple blues and reds. And then I now have a Distress Oxide drawer. Most of these are unopened, which is a tragedy because they're so beautiful. But it's nice to be able to have like everything fits nice because they're all square. So it's just nice to have. And this little container I've had for a long time too, by Sterilite. You can find them on Amazon or you can find them over at like your local box store. Next shelf has not changed too much. Again, this is one of the ones I didn't change at all. These are all my kits that I have made prior. So like this is all the Disney paper I have. These are all of the wonderful Happy Meals I've gotten that people have made me. This one's like a pastel kit, and then some are just page kits and collection kits. I should really change the direction these fall so their labels are on the right side. So we got some Wild Whisper. We've got homemade page kits in the Ziplocs. We've got like K & Company, some old stuff in there, but it's nice to have those all in one place. Then in this bin on this side, which is arguably the closest to my desk because I am right-handed, is all of my smaller paper pads. So I have one 8x8, then I have a bunch of 6x8s, and a bunch of 6x6s as to be expected. Then I have this little guy here. It's just a wooden organizer that holds all of my Nuvos and stickles and all of my odds and ends for ribbons and trims and twines, which is a weird combo, I know, but it does work out well. And then underneath that is extra foam sheets and additional refill supplies. But if you need a small paper pad, it'll be in here. And it's nice that I can easily take that to my desk so I can flip through it. We've made it down to the last one of the shelves on this Calyx unit. This one's a heavy one. I'll pull it all the way up so you can really get the gist of it. These need to be filed away, but it holds all of my cards, pocket page cards that is. So 4x6, 3x4. These ones are from Wild Whisper, are just out for now. But underneath these, which should be filed away, is all of my cardstock. So my 8.5 by 11 cardstock all lives in here. So we've got pinks, we've got neutrals, we've got teddy tear cardstock, which is old, but people still use it. It's me. And then I have a 8.5 by 11 storage for all of the scraps, which is convenient when you're making a card because you can just pull that out, grab a scrap, and then work with it as needed. So that's that bin, and it takes 2 hands to put back, so we'll just slide it over to the side while we go through the last one. And this one I've shared before too. This is all of my to-be-made projects. So this is empty albums, empty traveler's notebooks, and like for example this one, which is just a 6x8, holds all of my extra 6x8 page protectors that aren't currently housed into a kit yet or into a project yet. And this is like my favorite color 6x8 that they ever made. I just love that one so much. But it holds mini albums, it holds, I don't know, all sorts of, like I said, traveler's notebooks, chipboard albums, all of those live in there. I think the biggest that is down there is 8x8 if I'm not mistaken. So definitely some variety down there. And then while we're over here, we'll just take a quick look at the papers, which I actually have these in reverse order than what I used to. Used to be the color-coded ones were on the top half because this is a 2-piece set. And now I actually have the collection kits up there. So we'll see if we like that change. Over here are additional different collections that I've kind of put together myself. So like a Washington, D.C. album. This is the wedding album I'm working on for my brother. And then down here is all the fun stuff. The doilies, the tissue paper, etc. live in that bin right there. And then over on the right, we have my Creative Memories storage tote. If I ever go somewhere scrapbooking, it is still covered in cat hair, but that's okay. I do live with my cats. And then here I have my giant rotary cutter, which I only use to do bulk cutting of cardstock for card bases. So that is a quick overview of this side. Now, I've mentioned before, I do have some craft supplies other places in my apartment. My finished albums are obviously other places in different shelving units across the land. I also have a couple bins in my living room area, which is not 100% clean, that feature some of my other craft supplies, things that aren't related to paper crafting. I also have a bin for my holiday stuff, like Christmas and Halloween lives there. And then I even have a bin for things like the ink for my printer, for my photo printer, and all the envelopes for sending out cards. So overall though, this is my craft room, my craft space, my craft corner. It takes up a majority of the living room area, but I do love it and I hope you guys do too. If you enjoyed, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. And of course, if you're looking for anything, any links, I'll try to link everything down below, but if you do have something specific that caught your eye, let me know in a comment and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you like it, if this setup would work for you, or if you have any ideas of what I could change to improve. Always open to hear new ideas. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you at this craft desk very soon. Bye guys!